What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and the iPhone 7 Pro leaks yet again. So in this video, I want to share with you Apple's latest larger iPhone 7 Pro. It will be coming out later this year, and we already know so much about it. So this leak is actually so closely related to the last iPhone 7 Pro leak, and it comes courtesy of MacFan. So what is it? This is the schematics for the larger iPhone 7 Pro. It was published in MacFan's magazine, and they are quite reliable. In the past, they've actually predicted the iPad Pro release and the iPhone 6 and larger 6 Plus. However, they were a little bit off on the details. They said the iPad Pro would be 12.2 inches, and they said that the iPhone 6 Plus would have a 6.7 millimeter thickness. Both were off just by a little bit, so take this with a little bit of grain of salt, but in general, this source is quite reliable. It was actually reposted by Mac Takara as well, an analyst, so what I'm saying is that this is just not made up, this is actually backed up, and it's so closely related to the last leak of the iPhone 7 Pro. But anyways, getting into the details, there are several things that this leak actually confirms. For one, there will be a dual lens camera on the iPhone 7 Pro larger model. The 7 Pro will be likely replacing the 7 Plus model, so basically a higher end version, but it could ship alongside a Plus model. Ming-Chi Kuo has said that as well, it could happen. And taking a closer look at these schematics, they're very, very blurry. I mean, of course, you have to release such a small image when leaking something. I mean, it's just the guidelines for it. But anyways, taking a closer look, we also can see there is a smart connector on there. So earlier, we have that leaked image. It's the iPhone 7 Pro supposedly in the flesh, and it actually looks very, very credible. Mac Takara himself has said that this could very well be the real thing, and like in my last video I talked about it, the smart connector will likely be coming to the iPhone. These schematics just basically confirm that. So I was curious. I decided to put them on a layer in Photoshop and blend them. And very, very, very accurately, these things just stack up right on top of each other. The placement, the smart connector, the camera. Now the phone, it's being held at an angle, so it doesn't line up 100%, but basically it's very, very close. So taking on and off, you can definitely see that this could very, very well be the real thing. And these two separate rumors, they do basically confirm each other. So Apple, of course, has been long rumored to ship a dual lens iPhone. The iPhone 7 Pro will get the honor of that. There are nameless benefits with a dual lens setup. I've talked about them in so many videos, basically multiple video streams at one time, optical zoom. There's a lot, really. So it would be a great thing. It doesn't look very good. Bender would have a word or two with Apple about this, but if it means better camera, better quality, why not? I'm all for it. Now, there are actual dimensions included as well. They are pretty much the exact same thing as the iPhone 6s Plus, even the thickness. Now, this is already starting to sound a little strange because in the past we've heard that the iPhone 7 will be getting thinner from Ming-Chi Kuo. He's actually one of the most reliable Apple analysts. Now, Mac Takara is saying that there will be no significant change in the chassis versus the iPhone 6s Plus. And these schematics basically say there will be no thinness. Basically, it'll keep the same form factor, the same size. And that's not a bad thing. I certainly am in favor of keeping it, but increasing battery life, increasing features, things, we don't necessarily need a thinner phone if it means taking away features, taking away battery life. It will not shrink. It will stay the same size, and that's a good thing. Now, Mac Takara in a recent report also did say that the iPhone 7 and 7 Pro will not be receiving dual stereo speakers. I was a little disappointed by this because this schematic is basically confirming what he said. Ming-Chi Kuo said they will be receiving stereo speakers, so now we're at a little bit of a conflict. Not only are they not getting thinner, basically they will not be receiving stereo speakers as well. I really love the iPad Pro speakers. If Apple could even bring two to the iPhone, that would be amazing. But the schematic is basically saying, nope, that's not gonna happen. Now, I wanna know from you guys, leave me a comment down below, would you rather have stereo speakers on your iPhone or a larger battery? I think that's a really tough one. I personally would choose stereo speakers any day. I listen to a lot of music on my phone, but I want to know from you guys. And there's one more thing I wanted to say is that Apple is in trouble. Right now, their sales are going down on their iPhone. The iPhone is the goose that lays the golden eggs, and Apple is neglecting it in favor of more sales. So right now, what's going on is China is losing interest in the iPhone. Once known as a luxury brand, something to envy, is now being traded in favor of Samsung and other phones where you can find innovation, good looks. Apple isn't king there anymore, and sales reflect that. So what I'm saying is that the iPhone 7, to me, is looking very, very disappointing. You know, even from these schematics, I'm even less excited to see it now just based on this. No stereo speakers? I mean, come on, at least that. If you're taking away the headphone jack, give us something in return. I don't know, guys. I'm just a little bit disappointed with what I'm seeing with the iPhone 7. The 7 Pro will be the better one, but hopefully Apple gets a kick in the butt soon, because seriously, sales are going down. There's still a ton of profit there, of course, but Apple really needs to show us something great. And waiting for the iPhone 8 in 2018, that's just going to be bad news for Apple. And that's it, guys. So that's the iPhone 7, 7 Pro. Let me know what you guys think down below about the stereo speakers and in general about the iPhone. Thanks so much for watching. We'll keep you updated on any iPhone news. Peace.